So here at Harold C. Johnson Elementary School, our theme this year is Level Up and Win. And WIN stands for What I Need. So we're really focusing on making sure that we provide students with exactly the instruction that they need at any given point in time. So we are focusing on 30 minutes of targeted instruction for reading and 30 minutes of targeted instruction for math daily. So we've kind of expanded on our start that we had last year with our glow time, and this year we've moved into what we're calling win time.
First, like anything, when we're like, okay, we're gonna take 30 minutes for reading and 30 minutes for math, at first, teachers' brains are just, how are we gonna make it work? But I mean, they tackle anything. And so I think they can now really see from the growth that we had last year how necessary it is to put that focus on our math instruction as well.
We've really focused on looking at what we need to teach in the standard, not just like all the bits and pieces, but what's the essential parts that we need to teach to our whole group. We're going through that and focusing on that piece for the whole group, and then we're pulling in pieces from Mastery Connect, not just as that assessment piece, but we're using it as questions of the day. We're using it in small group, and we're doing like quick checks and check-ins with different pieces of that to make sure the students are learning the material and then learning it at the rigor that they need to use it at.
With our focus on instructional practices, we have really targeted our Tier 1 instruction to make sure that we're reaching the actual level of the standard and the level of rigor that the students need in order to be prepared for our end-of-year assessments.
Our students definitely are very, excited to have the opportunity to kind of work with math and with their math time and their reading time throughout the day, because the teachers are also deciding what's best for that student. So the platform that they might use, not everything's with technology, some of it is, some of it's not. And the kids really enjoy that time to dig into whether they're working with Mastery Connect or ExactPath, iExcel, some of those things that we're working for our math instruction. Another aspect that we've focused on this year is we recently provided extended planning for our teachers that was kind of wrapped in with their regular planning to provide extra time for them to really dig into their math resources. So our literacy coach, along with administration and teachers, worked really hard on just prepping the materials for the teachers to make sure they were able to analyze the standards, unpack the standards, decide which resources they need. And the main focus of that in the beginning was to make sure that they're actually teaching to the correct standard and the rigor of that standard.
This is our second year of professional development around letters, which is provided through the State Department and Lexia Learning. And it is a professional development series of 120 credits per year for 2 years in phonemic awareness and reading instruction. So best practices for reading instruction.
So this is my second year of doing the LETTERS program, and the LETTERS has been putting a big emphasis on the big 5 literacy elements, which is comprehension, vocabulary, fluency, phonics, and phonemic awareness. So math, reading, writing, science, social studies, everything has vocabulary. So I try to make sure they're exposed to it multiple times a day, multiple times a week. I feel like the more they're exposed to it, the more it becomes in their expressive language. And that way they can use it throughout the day too. And then when they see it in a book, they're like, oh, I know what that word is and I know what it means, and it doesn't even interfere with their comprehension. Even with the vocabulary word of the day, we do it, and we do one every day. So the one from last week, they might pick up a book and they're like, oh, I remember this. And then they'll utilize it in their reading, and they'll be able to tell me what it means, and they get super excited about it. They love that they know what it means already without me having to even do like a preview of the book and show them and tell them what it means.